Hey guys, Greg here from Omen Foils. Just wanted to make a quick video to share this new wingboard sizing tool that Finn and I have been working on. Between the two of us, we've had in-depth sizing discussions with about 80% of the people who have bought an Omen board directly from the site. So that's given us a ton to rely on, as well as a lot of feedback after the fact. And if you want to check out some of that, you can refer to the reviews on any of the product pages to see just how happy people have been with not only their Omen board, but the size they've ultimately elected for. So getting into it, once you press start, you can choose your skill level. Now, if you're between two skill levels, I'd like you to choose the more basic skill level. So if you can do all the beginner intermediate stuff and only a few of the intermediate skills, select the beginner intermediate. Now, while the quiz tracks what you choose here, there's a fork in that these two beginner options will take you to this choice where we're trying to optimize one board for you, recognizing that beginners want one board to maximize their progression to the next level. Now, you can pick easy and stable if you want something that is going to be the best suited to maximize your progression with exactly where you're at, or slide that all the way to the right if you're looking for something that you're going to grow into and have some athleticism and maybe previous water sports experiments that you are willing to kind of spend some time learning the dynamics of that board. If we go back to the higher skill levels, the intermediate and advanced, you still have the option for a one board quiver, but we also wanted to give people the option to have dedicated light wind boards, because some people just want that from us, a high performance board for grid conditions, which is quite common what we're seeing people come to us, or as well getting that two board quiver where you're covered for every range and have that ideal high performance board and something optimized for those light wind conditions. So I'll select the two board quiver, and the next stage here is where I select my weight, and this includes your wetsuit gear or whatever you wing with. So in my case, I'm going to take it to 85 kilos and go to the next, and lo and behold, this is my quiver, which is the 66 Emissary, my light wind board, and the 44, which is my daily driver high wind wing board. Now, interestingly, in my case, I was using the 44 for winging probably 80-90% of my sessions because it has such great low end with a good quality 5-meter wing. But now, since I'm so obsessed with para winging, I've found myself 90% of the time on the Emissary, since the Emissary 66 liter rather, since for high wind, I'm para winging, and as soon as the wind drops, I stay on that board and rig my 5-meter wing, inflatable wing for those lighter days. And I'm really only using that 44 for prone days or when it's really stormy, super strong wind, and I don't like that gusty wind where I don't want to be on the para wing. Now, although most Omen boards are designed specifically with either prone and or para winging in mind, this quiz, we didn't want to include that information just because it'd be too bogged down with information and branches and whatnot. So we wanted to start out and keep it pretty simple with just winging. Now, that being said, for the high performance board, that's going to align really well with the ideal prone board, depending on your skill level. And for your dedicated light wind board, that's going to align really well with para winging. But because there are subtleties and nuances there with different experience levels, different conditions you want to use them in, feel free to drop us a line, or with any questions on this quiz in general, hit us up directly, or better yet, drop a comment below or create a post on our new Discord channel. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.